going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Pro and Amateur Podcast. He's the pro, I'm the amateur, and man, has it been a minute.
Yeah, I was about to say that. It's been almost a year. Can you believe
Not
that?
almost a year.
Has been a year.
No, last episode was like November, wasn't it?
No.
Yeah, it was.
It was like the beginning of the pandemic, wasn't it? Like March? I felt like it was like March, April last episode.
Hold up. Let me.
Regardless, it's been a long time. I mean,
it's been 4 months. It's been 4 months, dude.
I swear it was the beginning of the pandemic.
We didn't even start it. It wasn't even started then.
Nah, I'm off. But it's been a long time regardless, though. But, yeah, I mean, finally back, though, trying to get you guys consistent episodes. But, yeah, I mean, let's just get straight into what we got first.
I apologize, guys. I'm tweeting out that we're live currently. And just a quick side note. I hurt my neck. And I can't really turn it that much because it like messed with me. That's why I got this pillow behind me. So just that's why. First things first, though. I guess let's get into it. We got first topic of the day.
I mean, they probably already noticed by now. We got a new scenery here.
Oh yeah. We should mention that. So we're at a new place. It's very luxurious and pretty. We have our buddies Austin and Dylan. Obviously, you guys know them, the moderators in the gang that we hang with. This is their new spot. And so, big ups to Austin and Dylan. Thank you guys for letting us use your place.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yep.
Yes. But it is really nice. I think having a place where we can actually do this and it's private and we're not, we don't have to worry about being disturbed ever. I think it's pretty awesome. So we definitely owe them a big thank you. So everybody thank those guys.
Oh yeah. Yep, super nice place.
I mean, yeah. Is there anything you want to say about the new digs?
No, I mean, I'm excited for them. I mean, they moved. I mean, they probably don't know, but Farmington, Utah is better than where we were at in Ogden. So, I mean, they moved to a better spot, that's for sure. But
did you just dox them?
Got their own, huh?
Did you just dox everybody?
No, but, I mean, yeah, congrats on the new apartment. It's awesome, and glad to be doing it here. But, yeah, let's just get straight into what we got next.
All right, so, I mean, I apologize. I'm still tweeting stuff out. We're going to get right back into the sports action with y'all because we know that we haven't had any updates for a long time. So a lot of our updates today are going to be pretty general. We'll have some specific topics in mind, but a lot of the things we will cover will be kind of general because we've missed a lot.
Yeah. A lot.
But first and foremost, let's get to something that is pretty recent and relevant right now. March Madness is starting up.
Yep.
Next week. We have the Selection Sunday, correct?
That's what Austin said. So yeah. Sunday.
All right, Selection Sunday.
I believe games start Tuesday or Monday.
I feel like that's crazy. It feels like it's been a really long time since March Madness, and I know it's kind of been. It actually has been 10 years or 2 years at this point, right?
Yeah, 2 years.
That's just crazy to think about. We actually have some games going on as we speak right now. If we want to take a look at all of these, we have Wisconsin and Iowa. We have North Carolina and Florida State, UConn, Creighton, Nevada, San Diego State, Oregon State, so on. I think the big game right now is North Carolina versus Florida State. I think that's a pretty big game right now. We got 61-62 with 3 minutes left in the second half.
What's the score?
61-62. Florida State's winning. So we'll definitely keep an eye on this.
North Carolina's not ranked?
They're 18-9.
I know, but they're not ranked. It doesn't say.
No, they're not ranked.
I feel like that's wrong. Is that wrong? No, maybe not. That's surprising. North Carolina's usually one of the higher seeds.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The only time I ever pay attention to college basketball is in March Madness.
Yeah, me too, pretty much. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. There's a lot of. It's gonna be interesting. I mean, probably the best team right now is Gonzaga, I would say. They haven't lost, and so they're the number 1 seed.
Well, Baylor actually today got taken down.
Yeah, they lost to Oklahoma State or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's. I mean, that's the thing about March Madness too, is like there's always upsets, and so like you never know what's gonna happen. Honestly, you have freaking, low seeds making deep runs and stuff. I mean, that happens every year. So there's always one team that makes like a deep run. Like 2 years ago it was what team was it? The dude with the big guy who was like 7 foot or something like that. I forget what team.
With Taco Fall?
Yeah, Taco dude. They made a pretty good run.
I know that team you're talking about. I can't remember who they were. Well, that's because Taco Fall was. I actually think that in that game, the call that because Zion got and one, or no, it was. I don't even think it was an and one. Zion got a foul when he was driving to the hoop, and I honestly thought it should have been a charging foul, and it was against Taco Fall. I think they lost to Duke. I remember who you're talking about. They lost to Duke, and I thought that was. I actually remember not liking the call, but I don't know. I've just missed college or March Madness. I feel like it doesn't matter if you really like sports or not. It's fun anyway.
Yeah.
Like, just what's the longest you've had a perfect bracket for? I feel like we should answer that question.
Not long. I mean, you're lucky if you make it even out of the first round without having a game wrong.
That is true.
Like, I don't even know people that can even do that.
No,
like,
I've made it out the first round before. That was what I was gonna say. I've only made it out of the first round.
Yeah,
and then it went.
It's mathematically impossible because there's too many upsets. So like, it's literally impossible. Like if you see those guys do $1 million bracket challenges, but realistically, it never happens. Like I don't.
Oh, that's who it was. Yeah, Taco Fall played for UCF.
UCF, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, perfect brackets don't happen. Like I guarantee you, like round one, I guarantee there's some upsets.
I hope so.
There just absolutely will be. There always is. And so, I mean, if you can pick the first round, like shout out to you because I can't pick the first round.
I'm pretty sure I've done it once. I actually remember because they also had a girls basketball. Girls won.
Girls is more predictable.
Yeah, I predicted up until the top 16 in the girls.
Yeah, there's less upsets.
So that was pretty crazy. But
yeah, girls is different. There's less upsets in that, but yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be interesting to see. I mean, there's so many upsets. That's what's so great about it is the upsets. Like,
yeah.
Like freaking watching teams make deep runs that aren't even expected to.
Well, that's why it's just so much fun. Like I don't think there's another sport you could say that has upsets like that. Like you never know who actually is gonna win.
Yeah, and then usually the championship games are pretty good too. Like freaking a couple years ago, I believe it was Villanova. I don't remember who they played.
Nova versus North Carolina.
Was it North Carolina?
Yeah, because
the half court shot.
Yeah. North Carolina because North Carolina hit a 3 right before.
Tie it up, yeah.
Yeah, and then they hit a what's it called? Nova hit a game-winning halftime. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, those games are always crazy, dude. That's what's great about it. Like, all the games coming down the wire, like, there's some blowouts, too, for sure, like, especially in the early rounds, but it's definitely good. Once you get down to nitty-gritty with, like, top 16, top 8, it's always great games.
Well, I think that, I feel like everybody, it just, I don't know, it builds some sort of weird atmosphere, like, a good competitive atmosphere. I don't think it's an atmosphere where people are, like, overtly competitive and it starts getting like feeling certain things like that, but I think it brings like fun competition to an otherwise boring month in March.
Yeah, it's definitely something I look forward to. I was definitely really frustrated when it wasn't happening last year.
Well, last year it was literally like the peak because 1 year ago today is like
it happened right when the pandemic hit, so it was the worst timing ever, so they literally couldn't do it. If it would have happened a couple months later, like if March Madness was like
June Madness,
May or June, they would have definitely done it. But
well, I mean, I feel like a lot of the organizations and leagues are being able to do really take they can follow in the footsteps that the NBA did. Because the NBA with the bubble was just so smart.
Oh yeah, and the NFL did it really well too.
The NFL did a pretty good job too.
Yeah, so if you can replicate that, you'll be good to go. Yeah, the NBA did it was really impressive, and it wasn't even like the games are fun too. I mean, obviously there wasn't like any fans or like massive home field advantage, but I mean the games. I feel like the games were even more fun to watch than ever. Like it was, like I really like what they did, and then you had the virtual fans, which is kind of funny. Virtual fans out there, but
well, I think that my favorite thing with the NFL was, and I know a lot of people hate this, but I actually like being able to hear the players yell. I think it's hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Like actually
no
hear what
crowd
they're
noise.
saying. Yeah, there's no crowd noise when you can actually hear what they're saying.
Yeah, well you can hear everything. Yeah, that's definitely different. But yeah, it's definitely been crazy. But I'm excited for March Madness. I'll tell you that.
I am too.
And like I don't really root for a team. Like
I just root for whoever I choose.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of how I am.
And I think
and then, like I'll root for upsets and stuff, and I'll root for like players I like, but I don't really have a team ever. Like I'm kind of.
I'd say the teams I most consistently choose are Nova and Gonzaga. I don't know why, but I like both those team names, so I go for them.
Yeah, and then there's certain teams I like to see lose too. Like I don't think Duke's gonna make it this year. I think
I don't like Duke. I will say that right now.
I think
I'm
they're on
not a
the
Duke
cusp
fan.
of not making it. I think it's like the first time they haven't made it in like since like the 1990 something or something like that. So that's gonna be interesting if they don't make it. But I think they're on the cusp right now of maybe getting in, maybe not. But that's another team I definitely like seeing losing. So that'll be interesting to see what happens with them. But yeah, we'll see Sunday, I guess, when we'll have that finalized. It sucks that we can't do a bracket right now.
Oh, we will do. We can do a round of 32 bracket afterwards, and we'll give you because we're all gonna do brackets. We'll give you an update on where all the brackets are at.
No, I don't think it'll be around there. It'll be more like, cause how many teams is there's 4
There's 64.
times. Okay, so yeah, it'll probably be round of 30. So round 1 is round of 62 then.
Yeah, and
Or
then they
64.
cut it in half. Round of 64, and then they cut it half.
Yeah,
and
so if we do one on.
Oh, we'll tweet out our brackets. That's a good idea.
We could do that.
We'll tweet out our brackets at first. We'll put that. We'll go to. Obviously, the socials will be in the link in the description, so make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Plug. But so we'll put our brackets there. We can kind of see it, and then we'll give an update in our next podcast.
Yeah. My bracket will already be busted. I guarantee it. I guarantee you, our bracket will be busted. I can literally guarantee it. Like how many games? There's 4 times. How many games would there be for the round 1?
Games? There's 32 games.
Really?
Yeah, because
64 teams.
there's 64 teams
Right.
to play each other.
Yeah, my bracket will be busted.
Mine will be for sure. If any of ours isn't, the other people have to give him $1.
$1.
Oh, a drink. Okay, yeah.
I'll do that.
Whoever has
The least.
okay, yeah, we can do that. The least, whoever is doing the best gets drink spot for him. And so we'll do that. Drink spot by the worst. Whoever is doing the worst has to buy drinks for the best, and we'll do that for every round.
All right.
And then for third and second also?
Oh, do we want to do it for everybody? Sure. Yeah. Last place buys drinks for everybody for every round.
I say we do.
Or
I don't
third buys for second?
I'm good with either.
Or third. Okay, yeah, that works. Third buys for
I'll
second.
do that.
Okay. And if y'all hear anybody, that's obviously our host Dylan, or one of our moderators Dylan. Just want to make sure crowd still remembers you. Okay. Well, we'll make sure to give all of that and a lot more. I'm really looking forward to this because it's kind of that feeling of getting back to normal.
Yeah.
Because obviously this pandemic has been so devastating, but it's just ruined and pushed back so many different things, and it's been crazy for everybody. But now we actually get to do some normal stuff again. It's awesome.
Yeah. It's definitely nice. Should we give I was gonna say if we give an early sneak peek of our bracket, something maybe.
Well, no, that's the idea. We're gonna tweet all of our brackets out when we make them.
I was gonna say right now, do we want to say our winners now or something
I don't even, dude. I guess I don't.
He doesn't want to. Yeah,
I don't even know who's getting. I'm gonna wait till after Sunday to create. I guess you have to.
Yeah.
But I don't even know who I don't even know who's good this year. I guess you told me Gonzaga's good, but I don't know anybody else that's good this year.
Well,
Didn't
they lose to BYU? Gonzaga?
No, they won. They came back and won.
Michigan State, I'm pretty sure, is good this year.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I mean, it's usually the same teams mostly. This year's been a little different though. There's some teams that have been historically good that are probably might not.
North Carolina and Duke.
Yeah, but it's regularly the same. I mean, you got Baylor, who's usually pretty good.
Baylor's usually more mid though.
Yeah, they are.
They're usually a lot more
Gonzaga, who's
middle
always
of the pack.
Gonzaga's always one of the best teams. Michigan State's usually one of the always best teams. Who else is there? I'm trying to think. I don't remember. I'll have to look again, but it's gonna be interesting. Definitely I guarantee there's gonna be some crazy upsets.
I hope so.
First round, there's gonna be some upsets. So That'll be interesting to see, and it's so hard to predict them. Like it really is. You can't predict upsets. It's so hard to do.
So because sometimes it will be a 16 upsetting a 1. Sometimes it'll be a 5 up, or a 6 up upsetting like a 5 or something.
Yeah,
like
exactly. It's crazy, but
that. I guess it would be a 5 and a 4. Huh?
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean.
Either way, we're looking forward to it. Send us in your brackets. Maybe we'll feature it in, and we can maybe even have a little fan competition within the brackets. That would be pretty fun.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Anyways, moving on. We're going to go to our NBA. We're going to get caught up on the NBA and all the craziness that's been going on with there. So, first things first, I feel like we have to address everything that happened with the Nets.
Yeah.
The Nets, and I'm going to say this right now, the Nets are winning the championship.
What are you, a Nets fan now? Why are you happy then?
The Nets are going to win the championship. I do think that. Because a lot of people were worried if all these ball-dominant players could play together, but I feel like even if they didn't have Kyrie, they would be just fine. And because when KD comes back, Kyrie's going to be a third option. Yeah. And I think, maybe if it was one-and-done games, I could see them losing some because their defense can be pretty horrible. But they have shown signs where they can actually turn it on and be defensive enough. Not good, but defensive enough because they're still putting up 140 on your dome. So I think, in my opinion, if they can stay healthy, obviously if they have, if one of the stars go out, I still think they have a really good chance at contending for the chip. But I think that you have to worry if 2 all-stars go down. I don't see them, obviously. But when KD comes back, the starting lineup could be DeAndre Jordan, KD, Joe Harris, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden. And you can't double somebody, because if you double somebody, then you're leaving someone else wide open. Even if you lay off Joe Harris, if you go, he can hit threes all day. He's one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA. So if you leave him on an island, he'll kill you from deep. James Harden can kill you from deep. He can cut to the hoop. They're the team to beat right now, in my opinion, and we'll definitely see how the Lakers will fare once AD comes back. Excuse me. That should be really interesting too. But I don't know. What do you think about the Nets right now, Cole?
They're looking good. When you have that many superstars on a team, I don't care about chemistry. That's freaking. When you have that many good players.
Well, they're gonna have Blake Griffin off the bench.
Yeah, well, they're not. They need Durant though. They're not gonna win. They're not winning the finals without Durant. They're just not. But no, they have no shot at winning the finals without Durant.
I still think they're contenders.
No.
I really do. Who do you think can beat them in the East right now?
Without Durant or with Durant?
Without Durant, because they're destroying everybody.
Without Durant, I don't know. Philly?
I think Philly has a chance because I don't think anybody on the Nets can guard Joel Embiid, but even if Joel Embiid puts up 46 in a night, you better pray to God that Harden or Kyrie isn't hot, and if they're not, and if one of them isn't hot, you better hope that Joe Harris doesn't hit a stride.
Yeah.
Because it's just, that's the scary thing with them.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like the Lakers aren't winning the finals without AD. So
yeah, no, they
we
definitely
need AD back. So if AD comes back, I still think we win the finals. AD and LeBron. Saw what happened last year.
Well, but AD his numbers are down this year too, though.
But look at our record without him and with him. It's crazy.
Well, without him in February, you guys lost 4 games at home in a row.
Yeah, I know.
That's not you guys definitely need AD. Yeah. I think. Aren't you guys in the market for a big still? Because I think your guys' bigs are not. Marc Gasol is slow as all ever.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we'll get anybody. I think once we get AD back, we'll be fine. But What's up with Durant's injury? Is he like, when's he coming back?
It's. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check really quick. I'm fairly certain it's something with his hamstring. It's nothing serious.
Yeah.
I
mean, if that team's healthy, there's no doubt that's going to be probably the favorite to win the whole thing. I think. Actually, I don't know. I mean, going off what the Lakers did last year, it's going to be tough to not say they're the favorites if they have AD.
Well, it depends on. I think it depends mainly on how they play when he comes back. In my opinion, that's how I would see it. Let's see. This quote from Steve Nash on the Forbes article that I'm reading right now says, "The team is waiting to see the quote-unquote injury heal," said Steve Nash. Frankly, it's quite that simple. So yeah, and it is a hamstring injury. So, I mean, and I don't think they're too... With the games that they're winning right now, I don't think that they're really worried about rushing him back. Maybe if it was Golden State without Klay Thompson and he was still there, they'd try to hurry him back, but I don't think that they need to necessarily right now.
They don't.
I mean, James Harden's playing at MVP status. He's top 3, in my opinion, for MVP contender.
Yeah, if that team's healthy, it's going to be dangerous for sure.
I think, and this is the thing, a lot of people don't like how Harden was able to or how Harden forced his way out of Houston. And, call it what you will, but what he's doing right now in Brooklyn is insane because he's completely cut at least 10 plus points off of his point average that he usually had. And now he's the runaway assist leader. And he's going to he's going to lead the league in assists this year, there's no doubt. I think James Harden, he's something different. I will say, in the NBA, the Jazz are pretenders. They're not contenders. I'm saying it right now. There's no team I think that the Jazz can beat 7 games. They might be able to make it to the second round, but they're not making it to the finals. They're not.
I think they'll get out of the first round, but
maybe.
I don't see them beating. They can't. They're not beating LA. They're just not, and they're not.
They're not beating either LA team.
Yeah.
They're not beating either LA team, and I don't even know if they're gonna beat Damian. He's playing at an MVP status too, and
yeah.
I don't think that they can beat him.
That would be great for me. Like if Lillard breaks their heart in Game 7, that would just be great for me. I'm not gonna lie. That would be just completely great.
They might get lucky if they play the Spurs. If they play the Spurs, they're making it out of the first round. I'll give you that. I don't even know if they can beat the Mavericks for 4 total
They
games.
can beat the Mavs, yeah.
They can beat the Mavs.
I'm not a big believer in Doncic. Don't get it twisted, but I don't know, dude.
Well, dude, they don't even have the Mavs. Yeah, they're not doing it.
The Mavs aren't great.
I think
Doncic
and that's it. What's the dude's name?
Kristaps, yeah.
Yeah, he isn't even playing.
He's not doing good. Well, but neither is Doncic. Is doing okay.
Yeah.
Doncic, I'm sorry, I've never thought Doncic was that guy. Well, he was
he's a stud, but
he was predicted to win the MVP this season. Yeah. And he just could not even be. If you think Doncic should win the MVP at this point, that's pretty ridiculous.
My hope is that they play the Blazers and Lillard breaks the heart in Game 7 on 3-ball.
The reason why he says that, I don't know if anybody knows, but Damian Lillard graduated from a college in Utah. He graduated from Weber State University.
It's called Hidalgo too.
So yeah, and a lot of people in Utah love Damian Lillard just because of that, and it would be pretty hilarious to see him just completely crush all their playoff dreams.
Yeah,
but
that's why he wears. You know why he wears 0?
I actually have no idea.
Because O-Town, Ogden.
Really? That's
Ogden
pretty cool.
and Oakland. That's where he's from Oakland. So
interesting. I did not know that. Well, he always. I mean, because me and him actually I'm majoring in the same thing that he majored in, and with professional sales, that's what the degree is called. And I mean, there's so much Damian stuff, like plaques and pictures and everything you can think of. There's so much stuff like that in Weber State, and especially in the sales. And there's a teacher, his name's Tim Border. He talks about him all the time, and it's really interesting to listen to.
Yeah, that'd be great for me. I'm not gonna lie. I definitely like Damian Lillard.
I love Damian Lillard. I think he's awesome.
That'd be great. That would be great if he does that.
Well, let me ask really quick: who are your top 3 MVP candidates so far?
Oh man. That's tough.
James.
I'll go for mine. Yeah, I'm gonna go for mine right now. Joel Embiid is first for me.
Really?
James Harden is second. What's his name? LeBron James is third. Who?
Embiid?
No.
Embiid's.
I would say.
He's doing really good right now with the 76ers. Like, he is.
No, because he's having an MRI on his left knee.
I don't. It depends on how many games he's gonna miss, but I'm pretty confident in Embiid. I'm not gonna lie, with what he was able to do these last few games and what he's done so far over the season, he's been really, really, really good.
I feel like, yeah. I mean, if they'll give it to Embiid, dude. They're gonna give it to someone new. They're tired of giving it to LeBron, dude. It doesn't matter. LeBron.
You got James Harden, maybe.
Well, I think.
I don't know if they give it to Harden either, dude. Like, they're gonna give it to Embiid. I feel like.
I think Harden. Well, it depends. It depends on how many games.
If it's close, they'll give it to Embiid.
Well,
they did it last year, dude.
The reason why I think they'll do that too is because Harden. A lot of people already have said that Harden forcing his way out of Houston will affect their vote for him if it's close.
I don't think though. That thing's.
Which is pretty messed up in my opinion.
I don't care why. Any like NFL MVPs and NBA, like, that stuff's all fraud, dude. Like, it never goes to who's actually the MVP. It's sad.
Sometimes I think it does.
Sometimes, yeah. But
like
most
when
of the
Steph
time, it's
won
all,
unanimous.
Like, yeah.
Like, I think that was deserved.
Oh yeah. It does work sometimes, but like, I don't know, dude. I feel like it just is a bad award sometimes. Like, they give it to the wrong. They give it to the next guy.
Last year, Giannis shouldn't have gotten it. I'll say Giannis shouldn't have gotten it back to back. I think LeBron deserved it last year.
He definitely deserved it last year. I'm surprised too, like, especially Giannis winning it the year before. But I guess the league's tired of LeBron just freaking dominating. But
I don't think LeBron should get it right this year. At least not yet. If he does a complete 180.
I still would have him one. I would put him one and then Embiid two.
The reason why I don't give LeBron one is because over the stretch of the games that he played without AD,
yeah,
I believe he was rough from three. Yeah. Like in February, I believe before February he was around 38%, and now he's down to like 35%. He's done horrible from three, and that's why he's fallen to third. And I think the reason why I give it to James Harden as second is because he has sacrificed basically the core of his game, which was just ISO one-on-one, saying I'm going to beat you any way possible with my scoring ability. Yeah. And now he's completely flipped it to I'm just going to pass it everywhere and all over your head. And there's nothing you can do about it. And he can still go drop 30 if he wants to. Like, that's what's scary about. I don't know. I am a big Harden fan, so I'm a little biased there. But
I like Harden too. I just don't know. Like, do they really need to add Blake Griffin?
Dude, Blake Griffin's going to be probably coming off the bench.
Like, do they really need to add Blake Griffin? Like, it's crazy the super teams that.
It is.
Especially Durant. Like, I know you like Durant, dude, but I can't, dude. I can't do it.
I can't.
And you're an OKC fan, dude. How can you support that, dude?
I don't hate Durant.
How can you're not an OKC fan? How can we support that move to Golden State, dude? I can't believe that. Like,
let's see. Oh, a team that we can say. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I was just saying. I can't believe they had to add Blake Griffin, dude. Like, don't you have?
I honestly don't think Blake Griffin's going to be a whole lot. I know there's a lot of hype around it, but I think he's going to be a role player at best.
Yeah, maybe.
Because he can't jump over a phone book anymore. He used to be able to jump over a Kia car, but he can't jump over a phone book anymore.
Yeah, he's not the same player. But it's like, dude, you add another player, dude. Like, it's just crazy.
You know that Blake Griffin is going to get, I think it's like $29 million from Detroit still?
Oh, yeah.
That dude is... He robbed them blind.
Yeah.
He took their money and ran. But one team that's doing actually... Okay, they're doing okay. They're not doing amazing, but they're doing okay. Amazing for them is the Knicks. Julius Randle's playing really good. And fact that they're...
That's the shocker of the year. Weren't they like one of the worst teams?
They were horrible.
Yeah, they were horrible last year, but like... as far as like prediction for this year, they weren't.
I guess there you go, New York. You're still not going to make it out of the first round, in my opinion. I don't think you can beat the Bucks, the Celtics, the Nets. You can't beat any of the top teams, and you're not going to get into the top half. So, but good effort. I think there's definitely potential there. I guess we could mention LaMelo Ball.
He's been playing good. Actually.
He's really good. He's obviously the player that his brother isn't, I think.
Yeah.
Do I hate seeing him every single day on my feed? A little bit. But is he still amazing? Yes. I think people need to be a little careful because he just barely was barely confirmed as a solid starter in the lineup. I think it was right after the All-Star game. He was made a permanent starter,
Yeah.
which is amazing for a rookie. Don't get it wrong, and he's still doing an amazing job. But I think like everybody needs to dial it back a little bit because it's getting to the point. I'm seeing him on like every other post.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting though. I mean, I don't think like last year it was the Clippers who we thought was gonna beat the Lakers. I think this year's it's gotta be the Nets.
well, I think
But,
the
like-
problem with the Clippers last year was that they kept having like they were always good, but there was always some like game that they would lose that everyone would be like, how did they lose that game? And they'd be like, oh, they just don't have such and such, or they don't have this person, that person.
Yeah, I mean they were the best matchup to beat the Lakers. Like they were the only team that probably could have given them a shot.
Well, I think they overlooked. Because look, let's be honest, let's be real. I don't care if you say, oh well, the Nuggets beat them. They were better than the Nuggets last year. Like they just were. They were up 3-1 on them for a reason. They were leading in every game for a reason. I think they overlooked their competition, too much, and it was ridiculous. I think they're the only reason why they lost that series. Like, yes, give credit to Jamal Murray and the Joker, but I think that the Clippers are more the reason. The Clippers lost more than the Nuggets won that playoff series.
Yeah, they blew some really bad leads in those games.
Well, they blew leads, and they blew a 3-1 lead. So I think it was honestly a lot more self-inflicted than not. But, you know what, maybe I'm wrong. I don't think so.
I still don't think they beat the Lakers, though. I really don't.
Not in the circle, or not the circle. Is that what it's called? No, the bubble. Not in the bubble.
Yeah,
I think
the
they
Lakers
were
were playing at
good
too
in the
high of
bubble.
a level. The Lakers, AD was playing at too high of a level. They were.
You know who I wish had another superstar on their team was the Heat, because I feel like that could have been actually a really fun finals to watch if the Heat had another superstar.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler's just not.
Well, Jimmy Butler put it like, yeah, you got credit
He
for
didn't play
the
good in
Heat.
that series.
Yeah, he did.
No.
What?
In the Lakers series?
What?
Jimmy Butler didn't play good in that series.
We're
You
gonna
can
have to
pull
go
up the
to this.
numbers. I don't remember him playing good at all, to be honest. Like, I know Bam didn't play in a couple
And
of
Dragic.
games.
Dragic and Bam both
Yeah.
didn't play.
But Jimmy, he didn't step up. Like, if we can look at the numbers.
Well, I would agree that he didn't step up in that. We're gonna have to go to the games. Hold on. Let's go to the individual games.
Yeah, I mean,
Game 1, let's see. Because they took a game, didn't they? Or did they get... No, they took a game.
Yeah, they won like game 2 or 3, I believe.
Jimmy Butler, first game, 23 points, 5
They won
assists,
2
2
games.
rebounds. Did they?
I think, right? Yeah. Yeah, they won.
It doesn't feel like it. I think everybody knew the Heat weren't going to win at that point.
Yeah. Once the Lakers went up 2-0 and Bam was like out.
25 points, 13 assists, 8 rebounds. I mean, these are pretty...
Look how we just shoot. Like, what was the shooting percentage and stuff like that? I don't think he
can
enough
be...
to give him a chance to like.
Wait, where is he?
What
40
my point is,
points, 13... I think he did pretty decent.
like, played good in that game. No,
40
that was
points,
the game he
11.
played really good. What about the other game they lost though? Like, go to game 4.
Let's see. Jimmy Butler in this game was...
I felt like it was mainly the
22
games.
points, 9 assists, 10 rebounds. I mean,
How was he like shooting percentage? Is what I really care about because obviously he's gonna score. I mean, he's only.
I think the biggest thing that this is just showing 35 points, 11 assists, 12 rebounds. I think the biggest thing that this is showing is just that he was only able to be that superstar caliber in a few of the games, not all of the games. And I think that 12 points. So he had one really bad game, I think.
I know, but we're not looking at like what about the game before? Like we're just looking at how many points he had and stuff.
Well,
like,
yeah, I think
obviously he's gonna score.
I think we can get a general idea though, even if he did have not the best shooting percentage. I think I know what you're
gonna win the
saying.
series regardless. But my thing was like he didn't give him a chance. That's my thing with that. Like
Well,
he didn't play.
but
well
the thing
enough to
is,
give him a chance,
I think
from what I saw.
I think he did based on what we read, but how is he supposed to give him a chance without? First of all, he doesn't have another superstar.
No, I just
and,
said that.
And he lost. Well, yeah, and he didn't have Dragic or Bam. So basically, they're like, okay, who's the biggest threat? Obviously, Jimmy Butler. Even though Harrow and Duncan Robinson were playing good, Jimmy Butler was still obviously the biggest threat and he was being guarded by either LeBron or AD, or like he's always getting it. And yeah, I don't think he had a shot to even do it anyway. And I don't think anybody's going to be putting Jimmy Butler in their top 20 of all time or anything ever. But I think he's definitely someone that needs another superstar for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree. They were going to win that series anyways. From what I saw when they needed it, like the elimination game, what was it, Game 6 we were looking at?
Yeah.
It just seemed like he didn't play well.
Well,
and I understand that he didn't have, he was like the only player really. I mean, they had other good players, but we know they weren't going to win anyways. But it was just like the elimination game. I was expecting him to play better in that Game 6.
I guess that makes sense. But I still wouldn't discredit what he did that series as a whole.
He played good in the playoffs in general, too. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
I think he was the only reason. Like, even though Dragic and other people step up, I think he's the main reason why they're there. I think, another interesting story.
Aaron played good in that playoffs, too. He's really stepped up big time.
He's been a little bit faded this year. But another interesting one was the Suns, because they went 8-0 in the bubble, right? And a lot of people felt like they were slighted. I still don't, because I think, it's not. If it was the bubble season, then yeah. But it was the bubble and what happened earlier. They sucked earlier. So even though they went 8-0 in the bubble, they did really good. Tough. But ever since they've acquired Chris Paul, and they've been playing, they've been really dangerous. I mean, they're number 2 seed for a reason. And Devin Booker, I still don't think how did he not make it as an All-Star? Yeah, that's ridiculous to me. And that blew my mind when I saw that he didn't make it.
It's like the NFL, that stuff's not. I don't like that stuff.
The Pro Bowl is even more of a cheat, but I think the
All-Star
is almost as bad.
It's all based off freaking resume and stuff. It's bad. It doesn't. And they never put just the best players in. It just doesn't happen.
Well, and then another thing that's been really going on in the NBA right now is the officiating is horrendous. It's I've been watching. It's like they're doing. It's just like the officials are blowing at every call. I could pull up some clips right now, but I'm sure most people have seen them on SportsCenter or what have you. But it's been so hard to watch. We'll get some more clips of that next week. Next week we'll watch the worst NBA refs clips. Okay. But I think just in general, it's just been really sad to watch what's been happening with the officiating.
But I think that's it for NBA. That's really all I have to say. I mean, we're gonna have to see what happens with. My thing with the NBA is I don't think the Nets win without KD. I'm talking about the finals, and the Lakers definitely don't win without AD. I think both teams need those guys, and I mean they're both dealing with injuries, but I think
I just got an update about AD. AD is said to miss more time for at least 2 weeks.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's my thing with that. Is I think those teams will be. I think those are the best teams right now, and I think they both need those guys. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, for sure. All right, moving forward, we're gonna talk about again. We're gonna try to blanket the NFL. So the NFL concluded since we've started, and obviously Tom Brady and the Buccaneers were able to beat Patrick Mahomes and Kansas City Chiefs in a Super Bowl that was not close. And it was kind of hard. I mean, at a point you were just like, okay, they're going to turn it on, and the Chiefs are going to turn it on in this quarter. Okay, they're going to get it in the third quarter. Okay, they're going to have at least a pretty good fourth quarter and make it a little interesting. No, none of that ever happened. The Bucs ran out early, and it didn't get close during the rest of the game.
Nope.
Which I guess, and that's been crazy. But the main thing I wanted to focus on was free agency. This free agency has been very interesting, and there's still a lot more that's going to happen before April 29th.
It hasn't started, really.
Yeah, exactly. So April 29th, when the draft comes, is when the draft is going to be. I expect a lot to happen in April. A lot to happen in April, and I don't think it will stop even after draft night, honestly. But let's get into some of the signings we've had so far. I think first and foremost we got to talk about Dak Prescott's deal that he signed a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott and Jerry Jones and the Cowboys have now finally agreed on terms after 2 years of back and forth and this and that. Finally it's over, and I don't have to hear it on Undisputed anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I feel like we can all confidently say overpaid.
I mean,
But
that's how quarterbacks are now.
yeah, that's what I was gonna get to. That's how the
just
market
next
is.
guy up. It's next guy up with that stuff. It
I
doesn't really
mean,
matter. As long as you're like top 15,
yeah.
top 10, like you're gonna get the most money. That's how it is, especially with quarterbacks. So I mean, he definitely got overpaid, but they secured their quarterback. I mean, they were awful without him last year. So.
Who are they gonna throw in? Ben DiNucci or try Andy Dalton again? That just won't work.
They're definitely a way better team without Dak. If you couldn't see that last year, don't know.
You mean way worse team?
What did I say?
You said way better team.
Way better team with Dak.
Oh, I thought you said with that.
Maybe I did. But they're way worse without Dak. Sorry, way worse without Dak. Obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, if you watched last year, it was brutal.
Yeah, it was rough.
I mean, they still. I don't think they're a Super Bowl team. I know they're definitely a Super Bowl team with Dak. They need a lot more. I mean, their guys aren't the guys they paid. They overpaid for like Jalen Smith and DeMarcus Lawrence. Those guys haven't played up to their contracts. Amari Cooper, Zeke. Those guys haven't played up to their contracts whatsoever. So.
Well, but I think
said,
in my opinion, you have to get the quarterback. Like you just do. And here's the thing: even if you were to try to get Russell Wilson or get Deshaun Watson and give up Dak with a few first-round picks minimum for a franchise quarterback like that, you're throwing them basically into the same fire they just left. The Cowboys don't have a great supporting cast for, say, Russell Wilson or Deshaun Watson that would have came in, and you would have just been trading problems at that point. Obviously, you're getting a better quarterback, but at the end of the day, you're not making it to the Super Bowl or even close to it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they're gonna win that division next year, though. I definitely.
That division is.
It's not good.
It's not. I mean, the Redskins have a tough defense. I'll give you that, Dylan. The Redskins' defense and their defensive line is nasty.
We don't have a quarterback.
You don't have a quarterback.
Heineke, dude. He played good.
No,
he didn't play good, but
he played good. But come on, that's your franchise guy.
I think he's gonna play good next year.
I don't think he will.
I think if they can play defense, I still don't have them winning that division.
His ceiling is Dak.
They don't have enough. His
ceiling is Dak.
When I saw him, I mean, he played phenomenal in that playoff game. If you watched that, like, he jumped off the
screen. The kid.
Like, he gave him a chance.
What was it? What's the running back's name for Washington?
J.D.
McKisson, yeah. He's pretty good, too, actually. He had a great playoff game. I think they're weak at receiver. They're weak at tight end. They're weak on the offensive line. They don't have an amazing secondary. They have an amazing D line. But yeah, no, I don't. That division still sucks. It'll probably still be the worst in football. That's just the truth. It probably won't be the worst in football history like last year, but no, it's going to be pretty rough. I still think.
It wasn't the worst last year though.
Really?
In history, no.
It was at least.
Looking like
it was bottom 10 at least.
Yeah, it was one of the worst. But I mean, I'll pick Dallas to win that division. I mean, I think Washington. The only way they win that division, they gotta add more offensive firepower.
Oh yeah, 1,000,000%.
If Heineke plays like he did in that playoff game, they can win that division.
Yeah, okay, I'll agree to that. But I just don't think he can consistently keep that up.
Because I thought they were gonna win that playoff game, dude. When I was watching, like when he was, like they were right there. Like he played, they kind of let him down. I'm not gonna lie. Like he really played well in that game, but we'll see if he can sustain it for 16 games. I mean.
Let's talk about some of the biggest people available. I guess we can mention J.J. Watt really quick, but I feel like J.J. Watt's not the player he was, and he's not going to be, I don't think.
Well, you're never going to go back. He's not going to go back to freaking what he was, which was one of the best players ever.
Yeah,
he won two defensive player of the years. Yeah.
I still don't even think he's going to be a top 10 defensive player this year. I really don't.
Oh, no, that's...
I think he'll be good for the Cardinals, but at the end of the day, I think he doesn't add a whole lot other than.
I mean, he helps that pass rush a lot though, because they only had one guy on that line now, so now they have Watt too. So
but he's gonna he's gonna rotate. I'm assuming pretty heavily.
What do you mean rotate?
Like I think he's gonna play maybe 2 downs and then rotate.
No, I think he'll play.
You think so?
I think he'll play most of the game at least.
He's played what 38 out of 80 possible games to play. in his past couple
he's
years.
injury prone. That's another thing with paying those guys. Like That's why the Packers were one of the teams in the running for him too, and I didn't want to bring him in, especially if you wanted big money, because like
he
he's
gets
too
hurt
prone.
so easily.
Yeah, he's too injury prone. That's definitely a thing about to watch with him. But I mean, if he could stay healthy, like
he can definitely be good for them.
They finally have. I think that was a good ad for them if he can stay healthy, because they need another guy on that line.
All right, I want to get into some of the biggest names in free agency. I think we're gonna start with your boy Aaron Jones. Is now a free agent from the Packers. I am surprised that they let it get to this point. I thought they would have already signed him. I thought they would have been eager to sign him.
I thought we were gonna franchise tag him.
At least.
We're definitely not paying him now. We're not paying him. He's gonna be on another team next year.
Well, this is predicting the Jets.
Yeah, he's gonna be on another team. We didn't franchise tag him, so he's gonna.
I just don't.
We don't have the money to pay him, and he's a running back, so.
Well, but Jamal Williams, is he gonna or no? Yeah.
We have Dylan, and we have good. That's another reason why we're gonna let him go too. We have backs.
But he's top 15, I think.
Running backs? He's top. He's better than that. He's top 10 running back.
I wouldn't let him walk. I don't know.
Can't pay running backs. That's why I thought we were gonna franchise tag him, but you can't pay running backs. You just can't. It never works out. If you're gonna bring a running back, you gotta do franchise tag. That's what most teams will do.
I think I guess that makes sense, but I would have tried to. I mean, I would have at least franchise tagged him. At least.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at it, to be honest. We have other good running backs, and it's just can't really pay running backs like that. It's tough. Plus, we drafted a running back last year, and then Williams. He's playing. I mean, he's not Aaron Jones, but he plays pretty well too. So hopefully he can step up. But yeah, it's tough with running backs. You just can't pay him long term because it's injuries and stuff like that. So we'll see where he ends up next year.
Well, obviously, we have a few other people what's his name? Juju Smith-Schuster is going to be a free agent this year. For me, I think a team's going to overpay for him. I don't think it goes back to the Steelers, but I think our team's going to overpay him. I really do.
I don't think this. Yeah, the Steelers. I mean,
the Steelers.
He's not even the best receiver on that team anymore.
I don't understand. I don't understand them bring the Steel. I guess speaking for agency, I don't understand them bringing back Big Ben. I get it. He's veteran. Maybe if they draft a quarterback, I'll understand it. But I think they're just delaying the clock at this point. I don't think he's...
What, you're saying they should get rid of him, or you're saying that he should retire?
Both. I think if I'm the Steelers, I'm cutting ties. I think they're pushing back the inevitable. Because I don't think that he's taking them to a Super Bowl for sure. I don't see that potential in him. And I think by them pushing the process back of first of all, delaying the quarterback pickup or signing or whatever you want to do, I think doing that is going to delay the process of when they're going to be another contender again, because I don't think that Big Ben can take them to another Super Bowl.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely didn't play good in that game. I mean, they were probably going to lose anyways, and the Browns dominated that game, but he didn't play well whatsoever. So, I don't know. I thought he was going to retire. I mean, I think Drew Brees, he's going to retire.
Drew Brees should retire.
And Ben is, I don't know.
Drew Brees was throwing balloons against Tampa Bay. That was rough.
Yeah, he sucked in that game.
I
don't know what's going to happen with Big Ben. I really don't. I mean, the Steelers, I don't know. I mean, I thought they were going to beat the Browns in that game. I mean, they just didn't play good. Their defense, they have a good defense, but they're still relying on pass rush. And it's if their pass rush has any kind of bad game, it's they're just going to get torched. And so, and they weren't, they didn't have a running game.
Well, they weren't great at stopping the run last year. They had a good defense, but they weren't great at stopping the run. And if you play a team like Cleveland with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, they're just going to run all day.
Yeah, I mean, their offense just wasn't. The Pittsburgh offense wasn't. It was too predictable too. They didn't have a running game, and then it was they always threw.
And Big Ben is not a guy that is a 40 passer a game. 40 passes a game. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
he can't.
If they they need a running game. That's their main thing. I think Ben can still play. I do. I think they got to get. They got to get him a running game though. You got to get him a running game, because you got to get those guys a running game.
I don't know. Ben is...
If he had a running game behind him, he can play good.
I really think that they're just delaying the inevitable.
All those quarterbacks are like that. They need a running game.
I think they're just delaying the inevitable. I really do.
I don't know. We'll see what they do. I mean, we'll see if they can get a running back or something. Because, their O-line, their O-line's not bad. It's not their O-line. It's Connor's really inconsistent. It's I don't know. If they can get a solid running game going, that's consistent, take pressure off Ben, I feel like he can play well. But
No,
that's the thing with those old quarterbacks. Like, you need a running game. You just need it. Like, if you're dropping back 40 times a game and it's like defense knows it's coming, they can tee off on you. It's gonna be almost impossible. So,
well,
I don't know. We'll see what they do.
We are running a little short on time, so I just want to cover. We'll cover more NFL next time, but we wanted to do a monster review really quick. What is it called, Cole? I don't.
Ultra Gold Monster.
Ultra Gold Monster. Okay.
Yep.
Or Ultra Gold or Ultra Bold?
Ultra Gold.
Ultra Gold. Okay. Ultra Gold Monster. Let's crack it open. Let's see how they taste.
I've already had it, so.
Well, let's hear your review first. We'll let the other boys taste it, and
So I think it's
yeah.
I think it's
Focus.
I think it's pretty good. I mean, I was one of those guys. Like, I don't drink a ton of energy drinks. Like, I was one of those guys that like. I mean, I hadn't tried many of these monsters though, but I only like the white. But once I started trying like the ultraviolet and all those, and this one, like, I'm starting to be a fan of these different flavors. So, I mean, I thought it was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. What do you smell?
That smells good though.
Well,
It's good.
taste it. How is it?
That tastes pretty damn good.
Yeah. Well, dude.
Dylan says pretty damn good.
Well, dude, like.
Austin, the moment of truth.
I don't know if there's a monster flavor I don't like, dude. We looking at ingredients.
You like?
I do like
Austin
that.
likes it. Austin likes it.
I like that.
Hold on.
Oh my.
Don't give me hate for this, but it reminds me of the sugar-free one. The sugar-free monster.
I don't drink
The
sugar-free.
white one?
No. White's
Nah,
not
it's
sugar-free.
a dark blue. The one you usually get.
Oh, you're talking about,
It's like the regular flavor.
Oh. Yeah, no, I see.
Ugh! That's
I hate
horrible.
it.
I hate
That's
it.
really good.
I do like it.
I
You
give,
like?
I give it an 8.
Whose is it?
Here, I'm gonna try it again, dude. I
Give
know
it
I
an
like
eight.
it, but
You give it an A?
Probably like a.
I gotta give it.
I think I'm gonna give it a 9. I think it's that. It's.
Wait,
I
A and
want-
a 9? Can I get like? Can I
It's
get
like-
a letter down?
1 to 10. 1 to 10.
Okay, can I get a?
Yeah, 1 to 10, an 8.
9.
Oh, I thought you said 8.
I thought you did.
No, not a, no, 8.
Oh.
I'll give it. I don't know. I like all the monsters, dude. Like, there's not many I don't like. Like, since I've tried them.
I
But
give it
I'll
a-
probably give it like an A, probably.
I'd give it a
Yeah.
D plus.
So
Like,
a
I could.
2?
Oh, I got. Yeah, like a 2 or 3, probably. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I could try it, but I couldn't I couldn't consistently drink that. Like if I bought that, well, it says 0 sugar at the top.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I could try it and be like, okay, it's not the worst thing in the world. I'll finish it off, but I still wouldn't. I still
It says
wouldn't.
it's like
consistently.
flavor of biting into a perfectly ripened golden pineapple.
It doesn't.
No.
I can taste. I can see the pineapple. part.
Okay, but
I
perfectly
don't know
No,
why,
okay, so
like,
I
not
had
gold.
some fresh pineapple last night, and that is nowhere close
Yeah,
to
no,
a pineapple
it's not,
taste.
It's not. No.
But it is good.
It says golden ripe pineapple.
That's like fresh pineapple, Dylan.
We're gonna have to do an energy drinks tier list or something, dude.
We can do that.
We gotta do.
We're gonna have to rank the flavors, dude. Cause like, dude, I don't. Do you guys? Is there a monster you guys don't like? Like, I like all the monsters now, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
I like.
Like
all
my least,
monsters.
my least favorite
one-
is probably the original, the regular one. And I know you guys
I-
probably.
The original one's horrible.
My
Yeah,
least
no.
favorite, and that explains why you don't like this one, because that tastes a lot like
Yeah,
the
the original one's god awful. I hate it.
My least favorite would have to be. I need to look at them.
I like the pink one. I don't know what that
I don't
flavor
know
is.
what my favorite one is though. dude.
Rosa? Ultra Rosa.
Is that what it is?
The
Pink
pink one's
and
ultra rosa. That
The,
one's
the
good.
pink and the white one are pretty good.
Those are probably my favorites. Yep.
Pink and white one are good.
I don't know which one I like more though. That's the thing.
It's the pink juice one.
I like the other one. What's the ultra sunset or something like that?
Yeah.
I haven't had the pink
The
juice
pink
one.
juice one, the pipeline punch.
I've never had that. I don't think.
Oh no, that's the one I like.
It's not that great.
I like that one.
What other
I
ones?
don't
we
think I've ever
got?
had pipeline.
That's not
punch.
even all of them on there, Austin.
Pacific
it's not.
Punch is really good. The mango is really good.
I love the punch. That punch.
Okay,
one
okay,
is probably my.
We'll
favorite.
get on to this.
Honestly,
last thing
least
said.
fa-
Last
least
thing
favorite.
said.
Here's the problem with the energy drink tier list. I've had energy drinks from A to Z. I don't want to push this across on your platform, but I am a ambassador for Raise Energy. Go check it out. And I think their products are really good.
Well then, we'll let you stay out of it, and we'll just rank it. He is not. We are not co-signing for him. He is not co-signing for us. We're good. Brands don't come for us. We're just Anyway, I think it's time to wrap things up. I just want to say, look for these things in the next episode. What is the word?
What are you saying?
Energy drink. Energy drink tier list. Look for more updates on the NFL and the free agency. March Madness brackets. It's all going to come in the next episode. We have a lot more to talk about. We have a great space to do it in. I want to keep it short and simple and just say we've missed it. And it feels really good to be back.
Yeah, it does. It's been a while. I thought it was a year. I can't believe I thought that. I can't believe it's been 4 months. I still don't believe that. We gotta recheck that or something. But
Well, we've done a lot in 4 months.
huh?
We've done a lot in 4 months.
Yeah. I felt like it was right at the beginning of the pandemic. That's when I felt like we stopped.
We hadn't even started at that point.
Y'all started like mid-pandemic without me.
I guess that's probably true. Yeah, it is true. We just
It was like August of last year we started.
That's crazy. I mean, it still feels like it's been.
No, it was September of last year. But basically, yeah, guys, get involved with the brackets. We want to have a little fan bracket thing. So make sure you tweet us out your brackets. Links are in the description below, or you can submit them to the email, ThePro&AmateurPodcast at gmail.com. We're also you can find us on Instagram, ThePro&AmateurPodcast, and on Twitter, ThePro&AmateurPodcast. We're on both platforms, so please look us up. Please get involved. Give us some feedback on what you want to see on the show, and let's just say we're happy to be back.
Yep.
So, with that being said, thank you guys. We appreciate it.
Yep. Appreciate it, guys.
Again, any feedback is welcome. We'd love to hear it from you.
Yep.
So, anytime, feel free. We'll be back next week.
Yep.
This has been the Pro and the Amateur. Thank you so much.
Be on the lookout for the next episode.